Well, the store started about 16 years ago. I was working for a family publishing company focused on environmental magazines. But prior to that, I had worked on Capitol Hill doing international environmental issues for different congressional organizations. And I kind of blended my interest with environmental policy and kind of retail and put together a store, Home and Planet, which focused on what we called high-style, earth-friendly home furnishings and gifts. Early 90s, all across the country here, there were green stores. And the green stores would basically focus on relatively basic environmental goods, recycled paper products, water-saving products, the very first energy-efficient light bulbs, some kind of gifts. Some of the stuff was really clunky and odd and ugly, but it was environmentally correct. And so we really wanted to weed through kind of what was out there and blend, kind of a serious design element with responsible environmental kind of things. Well, I think much has changed. I think, first of all, the whole attitude about an environmental product has changed. One of the concepts behind the store was we wanted people to think about a somewhat different kind of lifestyle, an environmentally responsible, a sustainable kind of lifestyle. And we were doing that by showing them products they could incorporate into everyday use that, made it easy to do that. It's becoming increasingly easy to do that, and people are increasingly more accepting of those kind of things. We're moving towards a slightly maybe higher design product. There are still many good kind of interesting gift items out there. They're much more readily available, but we're looking for the little bit more difficult, a little bit more interesting, a little bit higher end kind of products now. And it works because people, I think, are more in tune to really trying to find a sustainable kind of lifestyle. Definitely right. And as I was saying about green stores, interesting stores, but not a lot of products, just because that was available at the time. After a while, Home Depot or Office Depot started carrying recycled paper. No need to have a green store to buy, recycled paper products kind of thing. So, for the most part, I think it's fair to say green stores have gone away. But I think what we've really looked is to people's everyday lifestyle and what can we bring in. We started bringing in upholstered furniture a few years ago. This is an example of our upholstered furniture line. The fabric is actually recycled cotton. The wood in the furniture is responsibly managed, responsibly grown. The steel and the springs, recycled steel, foam, non-toxic foam. There are a few companies out there now that really focus on the environmental aspects of their upholstered furniture. And this is a relatively new thing. I'd say literally in the last maybe 5 to 7 years, this kind of thing is happening. And it's happening in a big way now. Very good furniture, easy to incorporate into your home, no compromises. These are the Navy 111 chairs, made by a company that started production of recycled aluminum chairs during World War II. The chairs were on battleships, submarines. It was called the Navy chair. It was iconic. You see them in every home magazine that you open up now. But this is a new version of that chair by the original company and Coca-Cola. They're made in about 8 different colors. This is the classic Coca-Cola red and white. And the interesting thing is they're made from 111 recycled plastic Coke bottles. This is an example of taking a kind of a design icon, the Amico Navy chair, and translating it in an environmentally sustainable way. Although the original chair was also made from recycled aluminum. But this chair is almost half the price of the aluminum chair. And it's, as I said, made from recycled plastic. This is recycled glass from a company in California called Fire and Light. And the company really started as a result of the recycling program in Arcadia, California. And great, all recycled, 100% recycled from clear glass jars and bottles out of the local recycling program. The glass is melted, colored, formed into really great products. And it's a beautiful product. It is dishwasher safe. It's completely, an easy to use, environmentally sustainable kind of thing. I'm finding we're increasingly getting into products that are kind of repurposed for something. This is a great example of it. This is a workbench from a sawmill in somewhere in southern Jersey, built around 1930 by the guy who actually built the sawmill. Was just taken out of the mill literally about a month ago, fixed up a little bit, brought into the store. This would be a great kitchen island. It'd be a great, very large kind of piece in a loft-like space, but it's a beautiful, older, industrial piece, has great metal wheels on it, and it's a classic example of kind of reusing something and repurposing it in a different way. We have a planet with finite resources. We have lots of people. We should be working together to kind of make it work, in as environmentally sound way as we possibly can. So, we talk about design, we talk about fun products, but the underlying theme is there's really a need for sustainability here. And, I do believe that stores like mine, not just me, many stores like mine, that have kind of focused on these products are helping to turn the corner and helping people to be more aware of their everyday lifestyle choices.
Coming up, we'll meet a local fashion designer